Hey, what's going on YouTube? Claycuzold here, and today I'm bringing you my guide to the Autumn Moon Festival, the new event that hit Final Fantasy Brave Exvius today, and we have a lot of information to cover here. We gotta bake some cakes up, put them in the oven, feed them to King Mog for some great rewards, and there are some key tips, some calculations, some mathematics that you guys want to know so you guys can be doing this event efficiently and getting all the rewards that I know you guys want. So we're gonna get into it now. Let's go. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is where King Mog is located, so you know where to spin those Moogle cakes that you guys end up getting. So what I like to do is go ahead and just click on the vortex, go into the far plane. This will take a minute to load up. This is where he's going to be located. For any events in the future too, King Mog is what's going to be used. You go up here, you want to go into the middle of the far plane here. You go into this like mansion place, head to the right, go up the stairs. Don't talk to that guy, that's wrong. Go to the right. Again, we're going to talk to that guy, which is wrong. We're going to go up the stairs, enter here, walk forward, and there's King Mog himself. Look how beautiful he is. And this is where we're going to exchange our Moogle cakes for items. And now I'm going to get into the overall item review and which items I think you guys should be picking up. So now let's take a look at the items you guys can obtain and which ones I think are great for you to get from the King Moggle shop here. So we're looking at these items. I don't really care about any of these. Obviously, we can get them at other events. If you have extra stuff, you can get them. First thing is going to hit you is a metal gigantoir. We can get a ton of them for 100 Moggle cakes each, or Moogle cakes each. And we would definitely want to pick up all the metal gigantoir we can. That'll boost up some of our units we need. Obviously, if you guys didn't know, metal gigantoir are used to fuse into your unit for getting 30,000 experience, I'm pretty sure. So those are awesome. We want to get as many of those as we can. Scream Root, awesome. A very rare material that we can pick up here for only 150 Moogle cake a pop. And you can get 10 of those, so you want to pick all those up. Fine Outcries is up to you. I think I will be getting them. And here's some awakening material you guys may need to awaken your units. Obviously, you can get Sacred Crystal and Holy Crystal, and that's awesome, so you don't have to do all those, awakening vortexes, the intermediate and the advanced. So boom, pick up those Holy Crystals and those Sacred Crystals. Up to you. You can pick up the red Magicite, the blue Magicite, the yellow Magicite, all these Magicites you can get. They're only 100 and you get 30 apiece, so if you save up enough, you're going to want to get those. The Star Quartz are awesome. What they're used for, if you didn't know, is there's a fat Chocobo in the hidden city of Marlowe, and you're going to feed him, or you're not going to feed him, you're going to exchange him Star Quartz for some great items in the future. Right now, I don't think the items are so great, but Star Quartz are a commodity that you're going to want to pick up. So I would definitely suggest getting all of these. And here's another thing everybody's going to want: rare summon tickets. And we're going to get back on this topic later, but buying the Moogle recipe like bundle, the premium one, will pay for itself in Lapis just from getting the rare ticket summons, in my opinion. So you definitely want to pick those up. HP plus 15%, rearing its head again, just like the last event that we already farmed. But you can go ahead and pick yourself up one of those right here, and I do suggest you do that. Get the MP plus 20% also. The Stellar Shield, the Lunar Pestle, and the Rabbit's Foot, excuse me. These are all good items, except for the Rabbit's Foot. I think it's pretty bad, but if you want to pick it up, you know, it's an event exclusive. You want to have it in your inventory. If you want to collect it all, you can get that, but I would suggest getting the other two equipments. Then we look down here, and these are two new items you guys probably don't know about: the Mini Burst Pot and the Trust Moogle. And what happens is, when you fuse in the Mini Burst Pot, much like the Metal Gigantoir, into your character, it's going to put up your limit burst by a large amount. It's going to help you get those limit bursts leveled up faster, and you can buy 10 of those, and I suggest you getting every one of those. You know, some limit bursts aren't that important. The one for sure, if you do have a Cecil, which I finally got, you're going to want to level up his limit burst because his is one of the best in the games. And the Trust Moogle, which you can only get one of, sadly, I know, we all wanted more. You're going to want to pick that thing up because when you fuse that into one of your characters, it's going to put up that Trust Mastery about 10%, and that's just like fusing two different characters into it, so it's going to help your grind with one of your characters that you're trying to get the TM with. So those are the items I think you should pick up in the store. We're going to have calculations later on about the actual amount of Moogle cakes you're going to need in order to buy all these items, but for now I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of that. Alright guys, now that I taught you where to spend your Moogle cakes and how you should be spending your Moogle cakes and what items you should be doing it on, let's talk about how to actually get Moogle cakes, okay guys? So the first thing I want to tell you, and as you can see over here to my right, is that you're going to want to be spending Lapis to make Lapis. Essentially in this game, Lapis or summons. That's the most important thing you want to spend your Lapis on. So you want to go up here into the bundles, and I've already purchased it, but you guys definitely want to get yourselves a rare premium Moogle cake bundle, which is going to cost you 900 Lapis. And we look at the details, it's going to give you the rare premium Moogle pack bundle, you know, the recipe, and then it's going to give you all the things you need to do to make the Moogle cake. So the way this works, guys, is you're going to collect different materials by doing story missions, things like that. And you're going to use the materials to actually bake a Moogle cake. And you have to use these recipes in order to do that. And the better recipes yield more Moogle cakes per time, essentially like that, okay, guys? So you're going to want to get the premium one so you can be busting these out as fast as possible, and I'll tell you why. If you look over here on the right, I have a thing, the whole thing laid out for you in the map here. It costs 900 lapis for the premium pack, and then you're going to also go and you're going to want to open up the loot tables here on your loot. Here, I'll show you in 1 second. So when you're synthesized, you're going to open up all 4 spots, and that's going to cost you 600 lapis, as I've shown here on the side. You can always pause this to go back for numbers. So that's going to be a total of 1,500 lapis. In the event, you can get up to 10 summon tickets from King Mog, which would normally cost you 5,000 lapis. So if you think about it, you're actually net gaining 7 summons or 3,500 lapis from doing what I just told you. And this is going to make sure you do get all the other items. This math is not accounting for all the other items you're getting, how fast you're getting them, and how efficient you're being. But I'm telling you right now, it's super worth it to do what I just said. Just for the math alone, you're gaining 3,500 lapis or summons, which lapis is summons in this game. So this is exactly how I think you guys should do it. And now we're going to go into where you guys should be farming these materials and the best way to do that. Alright guys, now we're going to go over the best place to farm for these materials you're going to need to make these Moogle cakes, these mod cakes. And the best place in my opinion is the Miranda Coast exploration. And the way you get there is you go to Worlds. You're going to want to go back out of the Grand Shell Isles, Grand Shell, and you're going to go into Dornado, and then it's going to be on the far right over here, guys. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is that the farther you are in the story, the harder they are the enemies, the more materials you are going to obtain. The Miranda Coast exploration costs energy 12. And you're also going to be able to get Ice Mega Crystal here for your hero rings. So guys, this is giving you a lot of rank experience, it's giving you a lot of unit experience, and it's also going to give you the not the best Moogle cake recipe grabs, but it's one of the best. And I think it's second best to the dwarf exploration, I do believe. But I'm telling you guys, this is the best place to go, so you can be knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. You're getting Ice Mega Crystal also. And what you want to do here, guys, when you go in here, you're going to want to run around in the first area until, like I showed you here on the right here in my text, until you hit around 2,900 3k gil. And the way you check that here is I'll show you guys, just in case you don't know. You want to go in here, go ahead and pick your person, go ahead and depart. But you want to run back and forth in the first area. Make sure you're getting the exploration nodes also to make sure you get those Ice Mega Crystals. But essentially, you're going to be running back and forth in this first area until you hit about 3k gil, and we'll wait until we get into a battle here, and then we'll auto through it. You just auto through it. It's easy mode. You can also bring a Lock with you. Lock's special ability is he can have another treasure chest drop. He has a chance to, which will give you even more recipe pieces so you can make more mod cakes. But essentially, you go around in the first area, and so then you click menu to check your gil, and see how it shows you your gil down here. I have 210. You want to do this until you get about 2,800 to 3,000 gil in the first area, and then in the second area, you want to keep doing that. So you go and move on to the second area, move back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you hit around 7k, as shown in my thing over here. 7k gil, a little bit over 7k gil, I think you can get up to, but 7k is a good mark to end on, and then you're going to go ahead and leave. And that's, in my opinion, the best way you can farm for these mod cake recipe materials you're going to need. And on top of that, you're getting the Ice Mega Crystal, great unit experience, and also great rank experience. Alright guys, to wrap everything up, I have listed the items you need over here in the map that we're going to talk about right now. The items you're going to get are the Metal Gigantoire, the Scream Root, the Megasites, the Star Quartz, the Summon Tickets, the HP 50%, the MP 50%. The 2 items you want to get are the Shield and the Weapon. I don't think you want to go for the Rabbit's Foot. That's up to you. The Mini Burst Pots and the Trust Moogle. And if you take all of that together and add up how many cakes you're going to need, it's a grand total of 286,200 cakes. That's what you're going to need to get all these great items out of this event. Now remember, this event runs for 21 days, so I've also done the math that if you do it for 24/7 and you bake it for 21 days, so that means if you're always on and always baking at the 8-hour increment, so every 8 hours putting 4 more in there, and that's with the premium, guys. I'm assuming you guys are going to use the premium because it's kind of not smart not to. You're going to be able to get 362,880 cakes, so there is some leeway in there. Now, if you are only going to do it twice a day, if you can only make it to where you can do it twice a day, put that math down there too for 21 days, you're going to make 241,920, which isn't enough to cover our 286,200 above. But again, there's some leeway. Sometimes you're going to be able to get on there and bake a little bit more on some days, and other days you're not going to be able to. And also, some of these items you may not want, so you won't need the exact amount there. But as you can see, if you want to pause the video and look over at the math, that's where it is. So now we're going to end the video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for putting up with me, for not having videos being coming out for a while. I've been swamped with things. I know it's not an excuse, and I know this great community deserves better, so I'm going to try to do my best I can. I also want to do a shout out to Mel Frostitute, IU, as always, picking my ass up, teaching me things, and also X-Monks for, we had a conversation about this event. They helped me with all the math. They pretty much did all the math for me real quick, because they wanted to know too, and they helped me learn everything I can, so I definitely want to give a shout out to them. And if this video helps you, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any more questions, if I missed anything. Maybe my math is wrong, maybe our math is wrong, maybe there's an item you think that should be up there. And subscribe for future content. We'll see you guys next time.